To forgive, you must reach the edge of anger. And to reach the edge of anger, you must meet it. Any emotion has an edge. We do not know the edge of emotions because we never bother to follow them all the way, you see? It's like if I have desire, or if I have anger, or if I have grief also. Somebody left me. I'm feeling that my whole world collapsed. Now, I can suppress it. But then, after 20 years, I will still, if somebody asks me about this event, I would speak bitterly. It was, yes, he left me. And then, I would feel again the energy because it was never treated. I don't know if you sometimes speak with old people who tell you about events in their life when they were children, and suddenly they become completely taken by the emotion because they never really met the edge of their grief or sorrow. If I do not fear emotions, I say, come on, let it come. Let it come all the way. Then we have this part in us that says, don't do that, because this has no end. That's it, you're going to be trapped in this. You're going to grieve like there is no end to your sorrow, to your anger. But this is a lie. There is no end if you do not totally experience it. Yes, then there is no end, it's forever there. But if you let it explode out of the wish, the fearless wish to find the edge, eventually you realize that eventually you reach the pattern, the walls and the ceiling and the floor of the anger, and then you say, oh, okay, so this is anger. This is the maximal form of my rage. Just this tiny box. But it all depends on if you're determined to transform it. This is what I said at the beginning. You can only do these experiments if you are determined to bring something to a full understanding and a full transformation. Otherwise, it would be just expression, which is, just to feel yourself in power, in your last power, because anger is your last power. What happens with anger is that we can't change reality. Then our last resort is anger, because with anger we feel ourselves powerful without having any power, right? It's like, I hate him, I wish he died, and you feel the illusion of power, but then when you realize that this is an illusion, then it transforms into sadness. You're no longer angry, you're just sad. And when you follow all the way through the sadness, it eventually transforms into bliss. In other words, if you express your anger in order to forgive, that's the perfect understanding. You are angry, you're not even angry, you're allowing anger to flow. But only because you know that at the end, after the edge has been reached, there is only one way: forgiveness. There's only one way. Forgiveness is the only sensible thing to do. It's the only realistic, intelligent, and dignified way to do in life. Everything else is no less than, well, pathetic. And why? Because nobody did anything to you. Nobody. Nobody is even interested in harming you. You're not that interesting. Do you understand what I'm talking about? I'm actually now will make him even more angry. You're not that interesting. Nobody even wants to harm you. No, but seriously, we are all in this. Nobody is interested in us. People are just doing their own thing. We happen to be on their way towards their self-fulfillment. They have nothing to do. They don't have the energy to harm us. They are too confused. So then when you begin to see intelligently the nature of anger, the illusion of anger, while expressing it, you let go because of deep, deep understanding. And then forgiveness is the result of the anger. Not the contradiction, it's not the opposite. Do you understand the difference? Forgiveness is the fruit that comes out of this process. It is natural, it's not moral. You don't forgive, like, okay, I'm now Jesus. I forgive you. It's not about who asked you. You don't even have the privilege to forgive. It's not like, who needs your forgiveness? What are you, a God? You see? Wow, you forgive. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Now everything can happen as it happened before. Nobody asks us. So forgiveness is not for anyone. It's simply the understanding of anger. So please understand this difference. Love, compassion, forgiveness are not the opposite of negative emotions. They are their transformation.